travel on your own on a bedroom trip. On a bedroom trip.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Hard Gaming here, and welcome to another episode of 8 Ball Pool. So, today I thought I'd actually share with you my collection of 8 Ball Pool cues. I actually have, in the high 40s I believe, when it comes to like the amount of cues I have. I'll show you here. Owned. Oh, let me show you standard first. I have like 8 more cues than I need to get. I need to get Multi-Millionaire Q, Diamond Q, Solar System Q, Gold Q, Winter Q, the Bounty Hunter Q, and Jade Q. So in the owned category, I have 6 legendary Qs, which are the Phoenix Q, the Inferno Q, Kraken Q, Medusa Q, Minotaur Q, the Thor Hammer Q, and I need to get 4 other legendary Qs, including the amazingly awesome, here, let me show you, Archangel Q. So yeah. Next I have all the rare Qs. Actually, you know, I'm missing one. I almost have all the rare Qs, including the Apache Q, Broadsword Q, Dagger Q, the Eagle Q, Ottoman Q, Rapier Q, Raven Q, Robin Hood Q, and the Swordfish Q. So those are all my rare Qs. Next I have the Black Hole Q. This thing is a beast. If you have not played with the Black Hole Q, but you can afford it and it won't hurt you too much when you like buy it, you'll still have money left over, I do recommend getting it because this thing is OP. It just doesn't have great time. Next I have the Titan Q. This thing's great. I don't play with it much, but when I do, it has amazing force, as you can see there. Next, Millionaire Q. I kind of bought it just for the achievement and the fact that I want to have every Q eventually. Maybe not every country Q, but pretty much every Q. Next is the Ice Q. I did not get this thing on my own. It was an accident. I think I bought the Sheriff Q, or there's another Q you can buy, and when you buy it, the game compensates and it gives you the Ice Q because something happened a while back. Next I have the Franken Q. This thing is okay. I don't play with it very much at all, but when I do, I do like the results it has. If you can afford it and it's in your price range, well, yeah, get it. It's great. Next is the Walnut Q. As you see, it has no time on it, so it's not good in that department, but it definitely is good if you want aim and spin. Next is the Ninja Q. This thing is, it's alright. It's not the greatest Q. But yeah, you know, what can you expect really? It's not that expensive. Next is the IQ. I believe this is a standard Q. I don't remember, but it's okay-ish. We were coming up on the Sun Q. I actually had to buy this Q. It was like $6, but I could not miss out on it because, as you know, I want most of the Qs. So if a package deal comes out where you can get the crappy Q, and then the middle Q that's okay-ish, and then the really high-end Q that's like 600 cash, I'll usually get the first one, which is like 20 cash. So that's kind of how the Sun Q worked, but the Sun Q is by itself. Next is the Crystal Q. It's okay if you want something that has higher force but lower aim. Then there's the Insane Q. It's pretty good at spin, but not great in other aspects like force, aim, and time. Next is the Flame Q. This, I have never actually used this Q before. I just bought it, and I wanted it. It looked cool, so I got it. Zombie Q. I've never used that one either, but it obviously has good force, aim, and spin. They're all the same. You got the Ash Q. That one is all over the place when it comes to force, aim, and spin. It's lower on time. It has higher on spin, but it's lower on force and aim. So it's I don't know, it's kind of reliable. You got the Silver Q. Not much to say there. It has great force. Black Mage Q. Once again, great force. Amethyst Q. I can't really pronounce that right. It has great spin, but other departments are lacking. Next is the Atom Q. It looks really cool, but it's okay, I guess. It doesn't have great aim, but it's really reliable for spin, obviously. The Teak-Q, it's reliable for spin, but other things like force and aim aren't that great. I have the Elven Q, it's a great Q too. Neon Q, I am not a big fan of it. I have the Titanium Q, I have the Amber Q, Tiger Q, and all these Qs, as you see, are kind of in the middle section for aim and spin. Barbaric Q, it's okay-ish. New Year Q, that's one of the Qs I had to get because it was like, oh, you only get it once a year, so like I'll get it now. Steampunk Q, it was a pretty bad Q, I'd say. I don't know, if you're a lower level and you need something good, I'd say invest in the Steampunk Q, it's pretty good in that area. Norseman Q, it's kind of bad, I'll be honest. Binder Q, not the greatest. The Christmas Q, that's a rare Q in a way. You won't get that Q ever again, because that says, if you read on it, it says 2015, which means it's never, ever, ever coming back. Halloween Q, that's, like, all these, holiday Qs are generally the same, like 3 force, 3 aims, 3 spin, and 4 time. So they're good if you're a lower level and you need something that's a little reliable. Pharaoh Q, amazing Q. I used to use it all the time, but I stopped using it. Blue Hope Q, it's really good for force, but not great for aim or spin. I have the Test Tube Q. I'm just gonna run through the names now because, as you can see, all these force, aim, spin, and time are getting lower. So the Test Tube Q, Digitized Q, I have the Camouflage Q, Posh Q, Carbon Fiber Q, Oak Q, the Deputy Q, Crocodile Q, Singapore Q, Tokyo Q, which I don't think you'll ever be able to get again, ever. Unless they bring back those arenas, or tournaments. Shaman Q, Royal Blue Q, Bear Paw Q, Sheep Q, Classic Q, Zebra Q, Standard Q, the Gunman Q, Amsterdam Q, Moscow Q. Moscow you'll never ever get again. I think that one will be gone forever. I just got today the Standard Beach Q. Here it is. It's 300 to recharge, and it cost, what did it cost me? I believe it was 25 cash, I think. Standard Birthday Q. That's another example. Like the Standard Beach Q and the Standard Birthday Q are the one of the 3 in each. Like there's a package of 3, and you can either buy the Standard, the Middleman, which is like the goodish one, and then you can get the really expensive one for like 600. So Standard and like Standard Birthday Q and Standard Beach Q, they're both in that type of category. Rosewood Q, I have the Bronze Q, Candy Q, Rio Q. I don't think you'll ever be able to get the Sydney Q ever again. Cowhide Q, Pine Q, Skull Q, the Soccer Stars Q, I believe that one's gone forever too. It might be around, I'm not sure. Barcelona Q, London Q, and the Beginner Q. So I have a ton of Qs, and if you guys ever want to request me to play with a certain Q, you can, because I obviously have a lot of Qs, so there is no problem there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a like. I know I was kind of stuttering a little bit in this. It's just I wasn't exactly sure what to say. It's not like I have a script or anything. So yeah, I want to get the Canadian Q too. Actually, where is it? Canada Q. Canada. Did I pass it? Yeah, I did. Canada Q. 160 to recharge. That's a nice Q. So I think that's probably going to be the next one I get that costs cash, because I kind of want it. And one more rare Q to go until I have every rare Q. Premium Qs, I don't know, I have a few left. And standard Qs, like I said, there's only like 7 left. So yeah. So if you did like the video, don't forget to drop a like, as I said before. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out.